Hi there, I'm Emma Hollywood and welcome to And the Show Goes On. I'm an actress and, like so many, I'm navigating the highs and lows of this unpredictable industry. But there's more to my story. I'm also living with an invisible illness. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's that the show really does go on. In each episode, we'll dive into the world of acting, uncovering the realities behind the glitz and the glamour. We'll talk openly about the challenges, from auditions to the art of managing it all with health challenges that don't take a day off. And I won't be alone. I'll be joined by incredible guests, actors, advocates, and others who share this journey. Together we'll share stories, laughter, insights, and inspiration to help you keep pushing forward no matter what. So join me every week on And the Show Goes On. Let's navigate this path together with resilience and a sense of humour, because no matter what, the show goes on. Hello and welcome back to And the Show Goes On. Today I wanted to talk about an important topic that all actors can relate to, and that is rejection. I thought it was important to talk about rejection because it's not talked about that much in the industry, in my opinion. And rejection is one of the biggest parts of being an actor. You see the success of actors and what they've achieved, but you don't see the side of rejection that is a big part of being an actor. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about my experiences of rejection and tips on how you can handle rejection as an actor, because it can be really, really soul destroying. And there are plenty of actors who have given up or almost given up acting because rejection is just too much. So before I got my first job, I did a Channel 4 audition. That was one of my first ever auditions. And once I finished filming the audition, it was a self-tape, I was really confident and I was so sure that I was going to get this job. Once I sent it off to my agent and the casting directors, I couldn't stop thinking about it for like 2-3 weeks. And I had this massive emotional attachment to this job and obsessing over when I was going to find out. I was refreshing my emails so obsessively and it was really, really, really getting me down. But because with this job, they didn't tell me that I didn't get the job. So for a long time, I was just really obsessing. And now I know, about 3-4 years on from that situation, that I just had to let go because I couldn't keep up having that such strong emotional connection to that job or other jobs that I auditioned for, because it's just going to weigh you down. And that leads me onto one of the most important tips that I could share with other actors, is that when you do the audition, obviously be optimistic about it, especially if you feel like it went really well. It's okay to feel positive about it, but it's important to not have such a strong emotional connection to the outcome, because if you don't hear back, it's gonna hurt more if you're obsessing over it. So what I do is, when I have an audition, I finish the self-tape and then I say to myself, whatever will be, will be. If it is for me, it will come to me, and then I let go. Obviously, it's easier said than done, and you can't help but think about it, the next few days. But overall, just try and emotionally disconnect from it. It's also really important to say as well, I'm not a casting director, so I can't necessarily speak for casting directors, but I do know that it's not all about your acting skills, because you could be the most amazing actor and do the most amazing audition and still not even get a recall. And that is because they're not only looking for your acting skills, but they're also looking at how you look. Do you look like the character they have in their head? They're also probably looking at your mannerisms of when you're acting. And a lot of the time, the casting directors will think that, you are an amazing actor, but you're just not right for that specific role. With acting, you have to have a really thick skin, because like I said, you could be the most amazing actor, but you will still get rejected. And there are so many famous Hollywood actors who have got rejected before they've got big roles. I've been in the industry for about 4 or 5 years now, and even though it can be disheartening when I don't get a job, I do feel like I've grown a thicker skin now. And the way I like to think about it is every rejection is just a stepping stone closer to the job that I'm destined to have. It's also important to say that when you're an actor, you don't just have to wait for professional jobs and in the meantime not do anything actor related. There are so many things that you can do to still be in the acting world. So for me, for example, when I'm not doing professional acting jobs, I go to theatre groups and do plays via there, and I really enjoy it because acting is my passion, and whether I get paid for it or not, I still love doing acting. I'm also in the middle of creating my own short film with my friend, and that's really exciting because I get to control the storyline, the character I play, and it be on my own terms. You just have to find a way of opening your own doors whilst you're waiting for professional doors to open. Obviously, I know that, doing theatre groups and making your own short films is not the same as getting professional jobs. But if you're really passionate about acting, it is a great way to still do acting and still practice your craft whilst waiting for those professional doors to open. This industry is notoriously challenging and hard, and rejection is inevitable when you're in this career. You just have to keep going, practice your craft, stay positive, and whatever is meant for you will find you and won't pass you by. If you have any other tips on dealing with rejection as an actor, please comment below in the Spotify or comment below on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram and The Show Goes On Pod, and TikTok and The Show Goes On. I post almost daily on those social media channels, so make sure you're following. Thank you so much for listening. I hope I could pass on some guidance that I have learnt to you. And if you have tips that you would like to share, please send them my way and I will share them on my Instagram story and TikTok. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time. Bye!